Welcome back to Sports Buzz. On today's episodes, we'll have sectional results from girls high school basketball.
Two Lincoln High School seniors are taking their talents to the next level, and we've got the details.
And the VU men's and women's basketball teams are on the road tonight at Shawnee. We have these stories and more coming up on tonight's Sports Buzz. From Sports Buzz, I'm JJ Brown.
And I'm Tim Roth.
Mother Nature has been the big winner so far in area high school girls basketball sectionals. Icy conditions pushed back almost all of the schedules on Tuesday, except the 1A sectional at Springs Valley. Last night at Eastern Green, the South Knox Spartans season came to an end as they fell to the Sullivan Golden Arrows 45-42. Ella Bobe had 24 points for South Knox, but it wasn't enough as the Sullivan took the lead early and led by as much as 9 in the fourth quarter. 6-foot sophomore J.C. Wilson led the Golden Arrows with 23 points. The Spartans finished the season at 18-7. In their earlier game, Paoli advanced to meet the Arrows with a 46-31 win over North Davies. The North Knox Warriors open up their postseason run tonight as they take on the Mitchell Blue Jackets at 7:30 p.m. The Warriors finished the regular season 23-1 and currently ranked number 1 in Class 2A. The Warriors and the Blue Jackets did not meet during the regular season. The other semifinal game will feature Linton and Eastern Green. The Miners are 18-3, while the Thunderbirds are 17-7. Linton already owns a 57-28 regular season win over the host school. Winners from tonight's games will play in the second semifinal game tomorrow night.
Turning to the Class 1A sectional at Springs Valley, Revay and Lagodi were the only game on Tuesday. The Patriots advanced with a 35-25 victory. The game was close throughout the first half, with Revay leading at the break 15-14. The Patriots outscored the Lions in the third period 14-4 on their way to the win. Kennedy Fry and Mary Herman led the winners with 10 points apiece. Lexi Fry added 9. The Lions were led by Mallory Sutton with 9 points. Tomorrow's semifinal round will be Revay facing Springs Valley in Game 1 at 6 p.m. The two teams met during the regular season, and the Patriots downed the Blackhawks 51-34. The second semifinal game will be at Bar Eve in Orleans. The Vikings defeated Shoals last night 63-40. Hannah Bledsoe paced the Viking attack with 23 points, while Taylor Turpin had 12 points for the Jugrocks. Shoals closes out their season at 5-19. The Bulldogs pounded Washington Catholic 55-11. Brenna Hunter and Maya Klein accounted for the Cardinals' points with 5 and 6 respectively. WC ends the season at 5-16. Winners from Friday's games will advance to the sectional championship on Saturday.
At Princeton, the Lincoln Alices look to defend their 3A sectional crown as they open up sectional play against Southridge. Lincoln finished the regular season 11-11 and received a first-round bye. The Alices closed out their season with a big overtime win over Castle and then dropped their last 2 regular season games to top-rated North Knox and Richland County. Southridge advanced to the semifinals last night with a 50-31 win over Heritage Hills. The Raiders currently boast the best record in the sectional at 17-7, including an impressive 38-25 win over then 2A number 1 Forest Park. However, Southridge has not faced Lincoln this season and was defeated by Washington 47-38 on January 3rd. The Alices and Raiders tip off Friday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. In the nightcap at Princeton, the host Tigers used a 24-1 run in the second quarter to put Pike Central away en route to a 52-31 victory. The Tigers led by 20 points at the half. Princeton is now 14-10 and sees a 14-8 Washington team, which they beat 51-47 on January 7th. Tip-off is set for Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. Central.
The Lincoln girls basketball program will be well represented at the college level next year. Caitlin Killingbeck has more.
Last week, Faith Fleetwood confirmed her decision to play college basketball at Bethel University in Mishawaka. She joins a Bethel team coached by Scott Polsgrove that competes in NAIA and the Crossroads League. Fleetwood joined the Pilots largely because the school seemed like the right fit.
I loved how welcoming the coaching staff was, and I really felt that God was leading me there, and just the campus was really pretty and the overall environment.
Coach Tim Young was in attendance for Fleetwood's official signing and is proud of his player for taking her skills to the next level.
Faith is just a fantastic young lady, and for her to get a chance to continue her basketball career and go to college is just, something that a coach always wants to see happen to those young ladies that want to play after high school. But, all this goes to Faith's family. They did most of the work on this one.
One of Fleetwood's teammates will also head to the NAIA. Gracie Kramer announced earlier this season that she will be continuing her career at IU East in Richmond. The Red Wolves compete in the River States Conference but have played against teams close to Vincennes this season, such as Oakland City and Brescia. Kramer felt the Red Wolves were an excellent choice after a visit to the campus.
When I went to my visit, the girls were really fun and nice, and I really enjoyed the campus, and it was a small campus, and that's really what I enjoyed.
Fleetwood and Kramer have college careers ahead of them, but first they look to close out their Lincoln careers as back-to-back sectional champs. For Sports Buzz, I'm Caitlin Killingbeck.
Vincennes Lincoln looks to stop their losing skid as they play at Washington tonight. The Alices are coming off of an 80-65 loss last Friday to Evansville Harrison. The Warriors drilled 12 three-pointers, and all 5 of their starters reached double figures in that contest. Luke Tolliver paced Lincoln with 15 points. Joel Sanders added 14, and Gus McCrary finished with 11 points. The Hatchets entered tonight's contest at 9-6. They lost to Gibson Southern on Saturday 65-61. Tip-off at the Hatchet House is slated for 8 p.m.
An already tough season for the Reveille boys didn't get any easier last night as Evansville Day left Ralph Holster Gym with a 67-32 win over the Patriots. Tyler Myers led the Eagles with 24 points as he continues to climb up the career points list, passing Lebanon's Rick Mount and Union Duggar's Brody Boyd for 6th place in the state in total points. Tommy Herman led Reveille with another double-double, finishing with 23 points and 10 rebounds. It is back-to-back games for the Patriots as they travel to Wood Memorial tonight for a blue-chip conference matchup. The varsity-only contest will get underway at 7 o'clock. Over the weekend, the Patriots lost twice. They fell by 3 to Medora, 54-51 on Saturday. Isaac Cotter had a career-high 28 points for Reveille. On Friday, Red Hill dumped the Patriots 57-47. Ozzie Ash led the Salukis with 21 points, while Tommy Herman had a double-double for Reveille with 20 points and 13 rebounds.
South Knox will entertain Evansville North tonight. The Spartans enter tonight's game at 10-6, while the Huskies are 5-11. That game will get underway at 8 p.m. The Spartans split their 2 weekend games. South Knox came away with a conference win on Saturday, beating Shoals 63-40. The Spartans raced out to a 23-4 first quarter lead and never looked back on their way to their 10th win. Dakota Candler and Dylan Mater led the Spartans with 16 points apiece. Candler also added 12 rebounds. Sam Singleton also reached double figures with 13 points. On Friday, Candler poured in 28 points and Singleton tallied 20, but it wasn't enough as South Knox lost another tight game, falling to Evansville Bosse 65-62.
North Knox picked up a conference win over the weekend, and they will be looking for another tonight as they play at Northeast Du Bois. The Jeeps are in a 3-way tie for second in the conference at 4-1. That game is scheduled to tip off at 7:30. The Warriors stayed with top-rated Linton early on Saturday. After the first quarter, the Miners led by 3. Linton's offense erupted for the final 3 quarters, and they coasted to a 77-34 win. Kyson Parker topped North Knox with 11 points. On Friday, the Warriors smashed Washington Catholic. North Knox buried 15 three-pointers. Carson Goforth had a career-high 23 points. Mason Lyons had 12 points, all from behind the three-point arc.
Across the river, the Lawrenceville Indians finished 3rd at the Little Illini Conference Boys Tournament last Friday. Brian Jenkins led the way with 15 points, and Maddox Pargan added 9 as Lawrenceville defeated Casey Westfield 48-46 in the 3rd-place game at Richland County High School on Friday. The Indians improved to 19-5 on the season and will host only this Friday. The Tigers defeated Lawrenceville 55-53 earlier in the week to advance to the final. The Newton Eagles won the championship 40-37 over the host Tigers.
6 area wrestlers from Knox County have advanced to this Saturday's regional competition.
Aiden Ball has the details.
Congratulations to Lincoln wrestler Ty Henderson as he claimed a sectional championship in the 106-pound class at Evansville Central on Saturday. Henderson had a dominant performance, recording pins in all 3 matches. Other Lincoln wrestlers advancing to this Saturday's Castle Regional include Dax Weist, Kevin Acton, and Daniel Henderson. Weist was 3rd in his weight class, while Acton and Henderson had 4th place finishes. Overall, Lincoln finished 6th among the 9 teams. Mater Dei was 1st, followed by Evansville North. At the Southridge Sectional, North Knox wrestlers Garrett Fuller and Grayson Conrad will move on to the Bloomington South Regional. Both wrestlers were 4th in their weight classes. Overall, the Warriors finished 10th as a team. Tell City won the title with 226 points, followed closely by Floyd Central at 219, Jasper at 216, and Southridge at 214. Good luck to all area wrestlers this weekend. For Sports Buzz, I'm Aiden Baugh.
The VU men's basketball team will be in action tonight at Shawnee Community College. The Trailblazers are currently 21-2 on the season, while the Saints are 10-10. Both teams are on a 3-game winning streak. This game was originally scheduled for Wednesday evening, but was postponed due to winter weather. VU got a win over Shawnee in the beginning of December, 70-52. This one gets underway at 8 p.m. Eastern.
The VU men remained number 12 in the NJCAA national polls this week after picking up their 3rd straight win Thursday. Southern Idaho, the only unbeaten team in the country, remains number 1, followed by Odessa, Indian Hills, and Region 24's John A. Logan, who climbed up from 7th. Rounding out the top 10 are Salt Lake, Tallahassee, Moberly area, Lee, Chipola, and Monroe College. VU and John A. Logan are currently the only Region 24 teams in the top 25.
Saturday, the Lady Trailblazers got revenge for a 3-point loss to Olney Central in December by clobbering the Blue Knights 87-55 at the PE Complex. Sherelle Newsom led all VU scorers with 22 points, 7 assists, and 2 steals, while Alika Basalia added 15 points and 7 rebounds. The Blazers turned the tables in dominating fashion on Olney Central, who had won the first meeting 72-69 at OCC on December 3rd. VU travels to Shawnee this evening in a game also rescheduled from yesterday. The 2 teams met back in December, and VU edged the Saints 73-68. Tip time is set for 6 p.m. Eastern.
The Vincennes University indoor track and field team competed in the Bill Klinger Classic at Grand Valley State University over the weekend. We'll start on the men's side, which saw Mason Harms take the top spot in the weight throw with a distance of 16.33 meters. Harms also finished 6th in the shot put with a throw of 12.78 meters. VU also had several runners placed in the top 10. Isaac Stanford placed 6th in the 800-meter race, Matthew Keatney placed 7th in the 3,000-meter race, and Desroy Jordan finished 8th in the 400-meter race. The women's side was highlighted by 2 freshmen. In the pole vault, Julia Salvi placed 8th after a jump of 3.58 meters. Meanwhile, Daisy Kinnett placed 10th in the 5,000-meter race, putting her 5th all-time in VU indoor track and field record book. The season continues on Saturday as VU heads north to Marion for the Indiana Wesleyan University Midwest Classic.
Libby Maringer becomes the 2nd member of the 2023 recruiting class for Vincennes University Volleyball. Maringer is a 5'10" setter from Jasper High School. She sat out her senior year with an injury, but led the Wildcats her junior year to a 21-12 record. She was a 4-year member of the varsity volleyball team. Maringer won the team setting and serving awards her junior year and was named to the 2nd team of the SIAC. She plans to pursue a degree as a physical therapist assistant.
And that's all for this edition of Sports Buzz. For everyone here at Vincennes University Broadcasting, I'm JJ Brown.
And I'm Tim Roth. Join us again next week